can't rent a place while you're trying to buy a house, right? That don't work. So what is everybody just staying at home with their parents right now? What's going on?
They gotta be. I mean, yeah. How do you afford $1,800, for one bedroom without even a window in it, right? Like, it's
Without even a window. Where the fuck is
You
that
just
happening?
you normalize it though. Like everything just
It's just
$1,800 no
window.
window. Government subsidized or forgivable loan for
yeah,
secondary suites. Give us a little background on that.
yeah. So you get. I mean, it's they just provided a
Provincial or
little
municipal?
provincial. Yeah, they provided a little sneak peek, I guess you could say, of what they want to achieve with this, and it's, you get up to $40,000, 50%. So you do an $80,000 reno, you get $40,000 back from the government, but you have to rent it out under market for 5 years.
How much under market?
Again, sneak peek, so they don't tell you, right? So, and it's not implemented yet. It'll come in next year, I think it is. But yeah, the biggest question is like, okay, sure, like under market's fine, and maybe you can rent it out to grandma or your son or whatever. So it's a perfect situation for those type of people, right? And how are they tracking that? Yada yada yada. I mean, there's enough fraud in the
I'd tell them
rental.
to sign a lease at this number, but you're going to be cutting my grass and paying my water bill and my internet.
I'll give you some cash back every month. Yeah.
No, the other way, right? Like
the other way.
They're paying the low rate because obviously that's what the lease says, but it's well below market, and you just you get in all these like side deal incentives from the tenant, and you say, look,
with vacancy so low, right? You can easily work that in, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
But then after 5 years, it's like, what happens too, right? Like, you still have to keep it under market rent. So you can't kick them out. Good luck ever trying to kick someone out.
Yeah.
So then you're stuck with someone in there for 5 years. Like, there's places around here in Surrey now that 5 years ago were rented out at 1,800, and now it's 3,000. So are you losing $1,500 a month now?
So what happens, like these first time home buyers, like they can't buy a house, right? Because first of all, everything's too expensive, or they just can't get anything because there's so much competition at that low end, and they can't rent a place, or they don't even want to rent a place because you can't rent a place while you're trying to buy a house, right? That don't work. So is everybody just staying at home with their parents right now? What's going on?
They gotta be. I mean, yeah. How do you afford $1,800, for one bedroom without even a window in it, right? Like, it's
without even a window. Where the fuck is
you
that
just
happening?
You normalize it though. Like everything just
it's
$1,800 no window. Like, geez, he pays $2,200.
You want a window?
That's why he's got a window. He's $2,200. This is what it is. $2,500 for a one bedroom apartment on a second floor looking over the dumpster. That's what I expected to pay.
If you angle the door properly, you get the mirror off of the other three mirrors, and you will get sunlight into your room
coming
at
in
3:33.
Yeah.
Or do they do the show home one of just a backlit picture?
Yeah,
you can
get just exactly. Yeah, don't
hang on a sec. This doesn't look like the pictures to me. What's going on?
I saw a really nice one actually the other day. It was in like the stairwell, like near the staircase, that big wall there as you're going up a 2-story, and then this big backlit picture that looked just like a beautiful window. Like, it looked awesome. So I think I'd rather have that than probably the views that most of these guys are getting for $2,200.
Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Look at the views that we got behind us. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Put that on the wall.
Beautiful.
So is that good that people are not able to move? Like, I don't get what's going on out here right now. So you guys both feel like there's more than enough demand for the current supply?
Enough demand for the current supply. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
We're at 15,000 listings right now, which is, what we kind of had in the middle of last year too, around the same time. So it's a higher number for sure. But in the lower mainland, right? So yeah, there is still things moving. It's less though, for sure. It's come down in terms of volume, of sales and stuff. So,
and is there more inventory?
Slowly. Yeah.
Slowly. So not enough to shock anything or to like make a change, but just enough to kind of feel a little different right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think, again, what I was saying earlier is I think the 3 or 4 weeks after all those rate holds are worked through the system or expired, then we'll see
back
what
to business
happens then.
Back to
Yeah.
business.
1 to 2 months of inventory, you know, like seller's market, you know, like it's not a lot of stuff for people to choose from. If you want to
Think
buy a home and
condos?
it's a
That's
nice
the thing.
home, you got to pay the price that the seller wants. Otherwise, they'll find someone else to sell it to.
And so are you guys
Yeah.
seeing bigger deposits or down payments than normal on these deals? Do you guys even see that kind of stuff?
I mean, I would say bigger deposit. You think it's in terms of like just securing that deal as much as possible so someone doesn't back out, or
no, as far as like actually getting the financing, like are people putting more than 25% down? Like are people getting bigger chunks of money from somewhere or paying all cash? Like who the fuck can afford $8,000 a month for their $900,000 mortgage?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of you need a lot of equity if you're moving up, obviously, but I don't know where you're finding it other than mom and pa to for a down payment on that first home, right?
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.